I'm AJ Gibson, sitting here with Fran Katsoudas. I want to get this all right. This is a long title. You're the Executive Vice President and Chief People Officer of Cisco Systems and also an Americares board member.
That's right.
Thank you for being here. And you spoke on a panel this morning.
I did.
Yeah? What did you speak about?
I talked about how we as Cisco employees are breaking down the stigma around mental health, and in doing so allowing employees to tell their stories, to be their true selves at work, and then for us to ensure that they have all the support they need to be their best.
As a major corporation, it's rare that corporations take on something like mental health. How did that start in your corporation, and what are you most proud of?
So the way that it started, and we didn't understand the impact it was going to have, our CEO sent a note out to our employees after the tragic deaths of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain. And he sent out a note sharing that no one needs to go it alone and that mental health is health. And what happened was pretty shocking. We had so many employees respond back, but they didn't respond back with thank you. What they responded back with is, let me tell you my story. And what we could see was that there was this pent-up demand to just talk. And so what we did shortly thereafter is really start to showcase employee stories where they shared that they were either dealing with mental health issues or helping family members or friends. And then we dedicated a company meeting to it. And I think that started to change the tone within the company as well.
I wrote a book literally that came out this fall on my own suicide story from a couple of years back. And it's hearing something about hearing people that you've looked up to and watched and followed their entire careers taking their own lives. I think it's really hitting people in a deep way, and it's beautiful that Cisco is so willing to do something about that.
Well, because I think it demonstrates how real the challenges are and the struggles are. And then I think at Cisco, when you do something like that and when you see leaders on stage saying, hey, I struggle, I think it changes the tone of everything you do because you just make it more real.
Yeah, there's an assumption that if you're successful, you can't be depressed.
That's right.
You don't struggle with mental health, and mental health does not discriminate.
Yes.
Which is something I've learned, and it's nice to have that conversation. What difference has your new approach at Cisco had in the lives of people? Is there a certain story or moment where you're like, this is really doing some good?
So the first story, and there were so many, but the first story was the morning that the email went out and a manager came up to me and said, hey, that email was amazing. One of my employees called, and I'm so close to her, and she told me that she suffers from extreme depression and that she's contemplating killing herself, and I never knew.
I had no idea.
He had no idea, and honestly, I think there have been hundreds like that. And just the math, I mean, when you think about a company of 75,000, you know that somewhere between 20 to 40,000 employees are dealing with some type of mental health issues personally or within their circle.
Well, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
so much. We appreciate having you here.
It's been great being here. Thank you.
It's your pleasure. You guys stick around.